70 to 80% of you are doing gut health cleanups completely wrong. I've owned a gut health company for 10 plus years. I've watched it over and over and over again, and you're not starting in the right spot, okay? So I'm gonna give an example. If you were to clean out a garage, the first thing you would do is you would lift the door, you would open the door, you would pull everything out, you'd broom it down, and then you'd hose it down. Once it was hosed down and it was clean, then you'd bring everything back in, you'd organize it, you'd stack it, and you would have what's called a clean unit, right? Gut health is exactly the same way. There is no difference. And laxatives and enemas and flushes, cleansing flushes, they don't count. They actually contribute to dependency issues. They turn the migrating motor complex down, which means you're turning the natural rhythm of digestion down. And when the rhythm of digestion has been turned down, you get stagnation. Stagnation causes not only bloating, belching, burping, discomfort, reflux, heartburn, and all that stuff. It also is the breeding ground for imbalances. So one of the problems people have with their cleanups is they clean up. They never address the root cause. And so the stagnation continues, the buildup of pathogens continues, and they continue to cycle backward. They continue to go like this, right? So if you have constipation, reflux, heartburn, burping, belching, nausea, you don't feel like you're fully evacuating when you go to take a shit in the morning, when you are going through that process, the very first thing you do before you do a cleanup is you open the doors, you break up the stagnation, you make the environment pristine for a cleanup. That's what you do. And that's what we help with. And we don't use laxatives to do it. We use motility. This turns on the migrating motor complex. It calms the stress responses in the system. It helps the stomach and small intestine and colon. Motility is not only a colon issue. This is not a constipation issue only. Newsflash, if you have reflux, heartburn, burping, belching, and stomach issues, I'd almost guarantee you have intra-abdominal pressure. You have slow motility. Motility. Hell, you can have diarrhea and have slow motility of the stomach and the small intestine. Next, we use reflux. Tastes like shit, works like wonders. This is what we use. We use this as like a salve. We coat, calm, and soothe the entire system. So it says reflux because it's really good for reflux. You're coating the system to protect against acid, to rebuild your natural acid production. By the way, apple cider vinegar and HCl supplements and stuff like that, they're just like digestive enzymes. They're a Band-Aid, but they're not fixing anything, folks. You need to help reduce unhealthy inflammatory responses. That's what this does. When you pair these two together, you're turning the system on, you're coating it, you're hydrating it, you're reducing stress responses, you're upticking the migrating motor complex, you're turning the natural rhythm on, and when your system has been turned on, then you do a cleanup. And my hell, when you do the cleanup, just assume everything's a problem. Don't half-ass it. Don't be like, well, my E. coli is high. No, your E. coli, candida, mold, shit, you might as well assume you have parasites, H. pylori, mycotoxins, biofilm. Just assume it's all there and then do a really aggressive cleanup. Different video, by the way. So what do we suggest? It's simple. If you have mild issues, you go mild. You take 2 of these a day and you do 1 scoop of reflux. That's it. If you have more than mild issues, if you are going to haul a big ass boat to a lake, you do not buy a Corolla or Prius. Why? Because they're not going to get out of the damn driveway. That's what people do when they buy mild protocols to deal with big ass problems. It does not work. So what do you do? Here's my suggestion, and this has like a 90% success rate. You buy the double dose of motility and reflux. You take 2 capsules of motility in the morning and night, preferably with food, just because everything seems to work better with food, meaning fewer problems. You take motility morning and night, 2 capsules. You take a scoop of reflux morning and night. You do not stop taking laxatives and acid blockers to begin with. No, this is a process, not an event. So you're going to wait about 4 to 8 weeks, and then you're going to slowly taper off of the laxatives and the acid blockers. Then what you're going to do, so you're going to buy if you have bad issues, by the way, bad issues, if you're on laxatives and you can't take a shit on your own, or you're taking acid blockers, or you're living on apple cider vinegar and HCl and all of these things for digestion, you have a problem, my friend, and you need more than mild help. Okay, next. After you buy the higher dose and you say, I'm committed to this shit and I'm going to resolve my problems so I'm not on products for the rest of my damn life, and so you can fully clean up the system correctly, Once you've engaged the 8 to 12 week process and you're like, I'm committed, and you go in and you're like, I'm going to buy the moderate to severe option. After checkout, it's going to give you an option to purchase the sensitive gut fiber. 2 bottles for a 30% discount. You're going to say thank you, and you're going to say yes. And here's why. This not only is a low FODMAP SIBO IBS friendly fiber that helps, by the way, a scoop in the morning and scoop at night. This alone shows a 66% improvement in helping with constipation over 4 weeks. Pretty good, but it's how it does it that's what matters. It's increasing your bifidobacterium and Akkermansia so freaking high so quickly that it's driving out methanogens. Methane overgrowth, you can go research it, which is an archaea overgrowth, is one of the primary causes of why many people just can't get unconstipated. And by the way, if you're just taking Xifaxan and stuff like that for your SIBO issues or whatever antibiotic they got you on, most of the time, one alone is not strong enough to address archaea. Go research it, just the data. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to first open up the system, and that's what this is going to do. The slow motility plus protocol, take the appropriate dosing, the appropriate doses over the appropriate amount of time. This should make common sense. Then afterwards, then you do a really aggressive cleanup, okay? Now let's assume you're like, screw it, F it, I'm done, I'm gonna do the antibiotics. You still need to do this. Antibiotics do not resolve motility issues. They do not address low stomach acid issues, which are the result of major imbalances. I don't give a shit what option you go with in option 2. I would argue in favor of our option, obviously, but I don't care which option you go with. I don't care what you do or don't do. You need to clean up the system by opening it up first. You need to open the doors, you need to turn the system on, and then you do the cleanup. This is how to do it. Slow motility plus protocol, once again, it's worth the investment. I know people don't want to spend money, but my hell, if you're going to go dig a big asshole to do a big buildup of a house, you don't use a damn shovel. You need some heavy equipment. Buy the appropriate dosing, do it right the first time, and you'll see success. Bye.